Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
What do we have today?
Uploading visuals, sir.
I hate to say it, but I settled for the good guy. I wanted myself a bad boy, but I settled for the good guy because I know he's gonna treat me right. And
Woman exposes the unromantic truth in front of her husband. She wanted the bad boy, but settled for the good guy. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Shout out to Will Nakuzi from the Kava Club podcast. We love his show because of the rawness and authenticity of the conversations. There's always pure gold on the show, so make sure you check it out. Speaking about pure gold, we're back with pure gold for you guys. We reviewed the movie Tully, and this is another real example of the unromantic truth this movie presents. So without further ado, now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do because we men angry. Shit.
Alex, what do you think? What do you think about the topic? You know,
I think that a lot of women that I know do settle, but not very many women that I know actually go for their type. But at the same time, they're the ones that they settle for are the ones that end up treating them right because their type is actually the bad boy and not the good guy. I hate to say it, but I settled for the good guy. I wanted myself a bad boy, but I settled for the good guy because I know he's gonna treat me right. And he's great. He's fantastic. And
she's lying.
And I think that everybody should find themselves a good guy and not settle for the ones that are going to hurt you or talk to your face like me. But some end up falling for that and they overlook it for so long until it gets to a breaking point. That's how I feel about it.
This is pure gold. This is the unromantic truth, guys. Most women will never marry Prince Charming. Most women will never marry the bad boy. But in their mind, they settle for the good guy. She has no problems letting her husband know that he was a bench. Look at the other ladies. Look at their facial expressions. You're not supposed to say that in front of your husband, but they all know it's true. I want you to pay attention to the information that is consistent. Women know what a quote-unquote good man is and confirm that good is not the equivalent of attractive. You also need to know that a quote-unquote bad boy is not necessarily a bad person. I had to learn that the hard way. Personally, I've always been a nice guy, and I stopped finishing last when I started putting myself first. This catapulted me into the bad boy / asshole category because I have a powerful word in my vocabulary, and that word is no. And it's much more profound than just the word no. It has to do with the mindset and willingness to put your own preferences first. Let me give you an example. I used to work this customer service job and 70% of the employees were women. And there was a lot of flirting going on. Even though some of the ladies had boyfriends, they were the biggest flirts. And there was this girl that was a single mom, but she was very attractive and she was really feeling herself because she would get a lot of attention from guys. So one day, the dating conversation happened during lunch break, and I told her I don't date single mothers. And wow, you could see her demeanor change. She was shocked because she had never heard this before. Men were always looking for her validation. So she asked me, why not? So I gave her a plausible explanation, and you could see that she understood the theory of what I was talking about. But you could also see that it did not make her feel good. Now you would think to yourself that this would kill the attraction she had for me, but it didn't. It increased. However, I was now categorized as an asshole, and she was looking for opportunities to F with my spirit. She told the other single moms at the workplace, aka the sisterhood, and one day they ganged up on me during lunch break. They were butthurt They were like, you cannot talk because you don't date single moms. And I told them, what's wrong with that? I'm not every woman's type, so I don't waste my time on women that are not interested in me. There are enough guys out there willing to date single mothers. Focus on them. Now, once again, the ladies understood the theory. And once again, I made them feel bad. Because like I said before, there was a lot of flirting going on. I am a flirt, and I flirted with these single moms, and this gave them the wrong impression. Just because I'm flirting with you does not mean I want to marry you. But I will unapologetically and absolutely tap that ass. And a woman will know that up front. I'm just being honest. Does this make me a bad person? Janice, give me the red flag.
A red flag is either a little warning of some danger, like the signal flag used by a sinking ship, or a figurative warning, like the red flag a candidate's angry outburst sends to the voters about his temperament.
The message of this channel is to protect yourself at all times. So when you see a red flag, what are you gonna do? You're gonna ignore it? And when you get burned, you're gonna blame the world even though you've been warned? This is why women end up disappointed, because they think that Punani is gonna change my mind. They think they can change the bad boy that does not date single moms. Women know exactly what kind of man they are dealing with, and it's not hard to figure this out. But we've proven many times on this channel that women are the most insecure beings on this planet. That's why women created the hookup culture, because of fear of rejection, FOMO, and fear of not being accepted by the sisterhood. Focus on the information that's consistent. There are enough quote-unquote good men out there that are interested.
Like Janine said, social media. Social media has taken over everything. So everybody has the expectation of, like she said, oh, look at them. She can get him. Why can't I? But I look at it like this. My parents knew my husband's family for such a long time. And my mom's parents had a donut shop, and my mom knew his mom and his dad and also his uncle. And my grandmother and his uncle would say, oh, it would be so cool if one of our children got married, and it would be wonderful. So that's what my husband and I did. We got married, and we're happy, but it's not like it is with other couples. Other couples, they're like, oh geez, they go off of social media. They could post happy pictures, happy this, happy that, but you don't know what it's like behind that. It could be not so happy.
Remember this scene?
I'm not afraid of the future. Oh my God. You should be. You're convinced that you're this failure, but you actually made your biggest dream come true. Oh my, what? That sameness that you despise. That's your gift to them. Waking up every day and doing the same things for them over and over. You are boring. Your marriage is boring. Your house is boring, but that's fucking incredible. That's the big dream, to grow up and be dull and constant and then raise your kids in that circle of safety. I'm not safe. I'm scared. Marlo!
Compared to movies, fairy tales, and all that social media content, relationships are boring. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's called reality. You should try it sometimes. Women's happiness has been declining for decades because they want to meet these unrealistic expectations. Unreal. Over 50% of Americans are single, and what Alex said about her and her husband's family knowing each other kind of sounds like an arranged marriage. And I truly believe that that's the only way marriage is going to exist in the future, because the numbers keep getting worse. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.